Was there ever a point where you said, look, like, I got, let's just say, $1 million in cash that I could put aside. I could move to another part of the country or to a different country, take my family with me, and just start some legitimate business somewhere else, start over. I'll never go to prison. I'm good.
I think throughout it all, the guys around me, some of them we didn't all share in the same sort of like mindset to some degree. You know, some did, some didn't. But I do remember at a very low point in my life that was my thinking. But I also remember a lot of people hadn't sort of planned for a rainy day, and they depended on me to continue doing what I was doing. And I felt as though I would have probably been selfish, then I would have been turning my back on them. And it was really a bond and a brotherhood between me and my guys, you know what I mean? Like, it's like one for all and all for one, and that's what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
So it just didn't seem like an opportunity presented myself to where I could have just left and they would have been good.
Well, at one point in your own crew, a war started between a guy named Jason and T Money.
Well, they wasn't a part of my crew. They was just some of the guys that I came up hustling with in Harlem.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was a.
But you knew them; these were your friends.
Yeah, they were my friends.
And they started to kill each other.
Yeah, they
did.
And
at one point, within 6 months, like 12 people got killed over that war.
It went back and forth. Yeah.
Could you have tried to step in and done anything about that, or was it just beyond you at that point?
You know, it was just a domino effect. Once one person lost their life, somebody felt the need to retaliate, and like you said before you knew it. At least 12 people had lost their lives.
So at what point did you meet Rich Porter?
Early in 86, 85, he went to jail around that time. So when we first started out in Harlem, it felt like it was almost like two crews. Me and most of my guys were from the Bronx, and a lot of those guys were from Manhattan, lived in Manhattan, went to school in Manhattan. Most of us was from the Bronx, lived in the Bronx, raised in the Bronx. But the Bronx and Manhattan is literally a bridge, 155th, several bridges that take you from out of the Bronx and into Manhattan. So when we first ventured down into Harlem, I actually partnered up with someone who was from Harlem, which was Red, as I stated earlier. And as my reputation grew, I started bringing my guys down from the Bronx, who I grew up with. So it was like the guys who was from, the younger guys who was from Harlem who was getting money, and then it was sort of like us.
Okay. So you guys knew each other and you were friendly with each other, but you had your own operations.
At that time, we was casual acquaintances. We would see each other at car washes and events, basketball games, that kind of thing.
Just to kind of put it in perspective, and this is not like a pissing contest or anything, because Rich is gone at this point.
Yeah.
Who do you think was the bigger entity, money-wise? Like, who was making more money? Was it your crew or was it Rich Porter's crew?
Before it was actually Rich, it was Azie.
Yeah.
Before it was actually Rich. But actually, I'm misspeaking. Rich was getting money actually before Azie was getting money.
Yeah.
But Rich had caught a case, and during that time, and this just goes to show you how fast the crack era took off. So literally from 85 to 86, while he was away, things just mushroomed. And when he came back home, he quickly got up to speed and got back into the game. But initially, Azie was the matriarch of that situation.
Right, because, Azie had the connect.
Right.
He was bringing all the drugs in.
Right.
So, at the height of Azie's operation and your operation, who do you think had the bigger one?
I'm not being egotistical, but I mean, we quickly caught up to them and surpassed them. I mean, Azie's situation that happened to him happened in '87.
Okay.
We was just getting going, so he was in and out really.
Okay, so you guys kept going after he was.
I didn't get caught to '94.
Okay, got it. I see what you're saying.
Right.
You guys had more time to actually grow.